Hey guys, what is up? And in today's video, we're going to be learning how to make a Pokemon game inside of Scratch. This is part 2 of the series. If you haven't checked out part 1, I will link it in the description and in those card thingies on the top left and right corner. But anyways, let's get right into it. So first of all, I want to address something. Inside of our game, when we go up to when it says scroll X 0 and scroll Y 1, and we made it so that we can't actually go past the top. Like we can never go past the top, right? But that's a little confusing because you just get teleported right to the bottom. So to do that, let's go ahead and paint a new sprite and call it barrier. And now call this costume top, and then just make some kind of brown or gray outline. So like a light brownish. So like that color. And then just make like a barrier like that. Boom. So now if we make this go to 0, 0, you can see there's like a little barrier. Now we duplicate this and then just flip it oh wait, never mind, that doesn't work. Just move this to the bottom. So just go ahead. I'm just gonna use the down arrow key. Just like so. Boom. Now and call this costume bottom. Now we duplicate this, turn it 90 degrees. You can do that by holding shift and then just rotating it. And then put one here, call this right. And then duplicate this, call this left. And then put it on the left. Boom. So, now, we should have all 4 of our costumes. And what we want to do is put a 1 green flag clicked, forever, if, and then put in an equals to, and then put in a backdrop name. So if backdrop name is equal to 0, 1, which is where we are right now, it's just to the top of here, 0, 1. Then we want to show and switch costume to top. And then we can also add a 1 green flag click to hide real quick. So boom, it will show up. Also, I will hide the player speed variable and put these at the bottom just to make it easier to see. And boom, we have ourselves the barrier. It doesn't do anything yet, but we will change that later. Now we'll duplicate this. And then let's do if backdrop name is equal to -1, 0. Then we'll switch it to left. Boom. And then we can do if backdrop name is equal to 0, -1. Then we'll switch it to bottom. And then if it is equal to 1, 0, then we'll switch it to right. And boom. So we have a barrier. Oh wait, let's also go ahead and add a if backdrop name is equal to 0, 0. Then we'll just hide. Boom. So now we have one for up, one for this left, one for right, and one for bottom and one for right. But now we also kind of need one for this right here. So this is 1, -1. So we just gotta duplicate this. Well, let's actually duplicate the right one. So boom, duplicate that and change this to 1, -1. And now if we go down here and then down here, boom, we got a barrier, and 1, 1. So we can duplicate this, add just a 1 1. Boom. Okay, so we have it here, but we also have another problem. The top is still open in the corner, right? So what I'm gonna do is create another costume, duplicate left, and then call this left corner. And then I'm just gonna take this top, paste it here, boom. I'm gonna duplicate that. Well, actually, I'm gonna duplicate the right one, and then call this right corner. Then take the top, copy it, paste it, and boom. We got that. And what we're gonna do is, so if it is equal to 1 1 or 1 0, wait. If it is equal to 1 1, yes, we will switch it to right corner, so we won't be able to go up. And then if it is negative 1 1, so we haven't coded that yet. Let's go ahead and do that. Duplicate this. So if it is negative 1 1, then we'll switch it to left corner. Boom. But now, we also gotta add one for here. It's also gotta add one for here. So let's go ahead and do negative 1, negative 1. Duplicate this. If it is negative 1, negative 1, switch it to left. But we can still go down. That's kind of the problem. So we need a left corner, bottom left corner, and a bottom right corner. So let's go ahead and duplicate left again. I'm sorry if this is a lot, but this will help us in the future, like a lot. So let's go ahead and add a bottom left corner, and then copy the bottom and paste it. Boom. Duplicate the right one, call it bottom right corner, and then copy the bottom and paste it. Okay, so if it is negative 1, negative 1, we'll switch it to bottom left corner. So like that. Boom. And then if it is 1, negative 1, which is right here, we'll switch it to bottom right corner. Okay. Now, we have all of that sorted out. So let's go ahead and put all of this back in. But actually this, if backdrop name is equal to 0, 0, I will put this in a separate loop. Boom. And bam. So we have ourselves our borders, right? So we can't go past the edge. But currently they don't do anything. I can just like run into them. So let's go into the player script, and over here where we have our movement, let's go ahead and add an if touching barrier. Then we're gonna change X by player speed, but we actually have to use the opposite one. So we're gonna do change X by player speed times negative 1. Now I'm gonna duplicate this, put that here, but this is gonna be change X just by player speed. And now if we run into something to the right, we won't be able to. We can't go past it. This is like a solid wall now. Now we gotta do the same thing for up and down. So let's go ahead and add a if touching barrier. And we'll change Y by player speed times negative 1. And then if touching barrier, change Y by player speed. Bam. It's simple as that. Yeah, so I accidentally exited the project. But yeah, as I was saying, it's as simple as that to make ourselves a simple barrier. Boom. We can't go past any of this. And yeah. So now our home starting position area thingy is looking very bland right now, right? So let's go ahead and add some kind of house or something. So paint a new sprite, call it house wall. Call it main house wall, actually, right? And what we're gonna do is go ahead, oh, not do that. And let's go ahead and just make a square here, or a rectangle, right? And fill it in some kind of brownish color, like some kind of color of a wall, like that. And I'm going to increase the outline. And now I'm just gonna add like a simple door to it. So, boom. That is our walls of our house, right? And then I will duplicate this and call this main house roof, right? And we still want our walls, so then we have an idea of how to make our roof or where it's gonna go. So I'm just gonna draw a square, and then using this like reshape tool, I'm just gonna go ahead and make it like a trapezoid. Boom. And I'm also gonna change the color to something a bit lighter, like that. And then we're just gonna get rid of the walls. Boom. So now we should have two pieces of a house. Let's also go ahead and make them go to 0, 0. Boom. Okay, so inside of the main house, right, what we're gonna do is add a when green flag clicked forever, and go to 0, and then the Y I'll change to 15 because I think it was a bit low. Boom. And I'll also do in the main house, I'll do when green flag clicked forever, go to, and then main house wall, not random position. So whenever the main house wall moves, so does the roof. But right now the roof is behind the main house wall, which is not what we want. So we'll always add a go to front layer. And now, boom, wherever the wall goes, the roof also goes. Nice. So I actually think the house should be up here and not like right in the center where we spawn. So I'll just change that real quick. And I'll also change their size. I'll change it to like 125 here. Let me test this out. I think 125 is a good fit. Boom. And boom. Nice. Alright. So now what we also want to do is make it so that we can walk up to here, walk up to the walls, but not the roof. Right? So let's go ahead and first of all, make the player like always be on top of everything. So like boom. And like that, right? And then what we'll do is where we have the touching barrier, we're just gonna add a or. And then let's go ahead and add a touching main house roof. Now we're gonna duplicate this. Oh wait, no, not that. The entire or statement. And then just replace every single touching barrier with that. So like this and like that. Boom. So now we can walk up to the house. Oh, walk up to the house, but we can't touch the roof. We can't go through the roof. Nice, nice, nice. Also, one thing that I think we do need to change, I think we need to make the the roof just a bit wider and thicker, like that. So that looks much better. All right. Now, okay. So here's another problem. I think that the house is not positioned in a good position, you know, because we just like clip right through the next screen when we're just too close to the edge. So I'm just gonna move the house once again to like right here. So boom. And I'll make the player actually spawn down here, because the player spawning at 0, 0 creates a lot of problems. So boom, there we go. Now, that's not the end of all our problems though. We got another problem. The house shows up when we move to a different screen. The house is supposed to disappear. So what we're gonna do is inside of this forever loop, we're gonna add a if else, and then add a equals to backdrop name. So if it is equal to 0, 0, then we're gonna show, else we're gonna hide. And now we can just drop that into the main house roof. So boom, bam, boom, bam. Easy as that. So yeah. Also, let's go ahead and make a new backdrop. I know we got a ton of these backdrops, but call this main house interior. And boom. I'm gonna make this like a really like grayish color to make like a laboratory thingy. And this is where we're gonna meet Professor Oak to get our starter Scratchomon, right? So let's go ahead and just make like a simple little area. So we're gonna pop out of here. So I'm gonna add like maybe like a reception thingy, you know? And boom, boom. I'll make like a counter, and then we'll add like Pokeballs here. So like go like that. And boom, that's our version of a Pokeball. Paste. You know, just something simple. Just to convey the idea of what it actually is. I'll add some kind of like strip of greenery here or something. And I think that looks nice, right? And actually, instead of calling this main house interior, just call this 1010, right? And now what we can do is go into the main house wall and then do inside of this if else, right? Underneath the show, we're gonna put a if touching. Well, actually, we need an and. Then we need a touching mouse pointer and key. Let's do E and key E pressed. That's like our interact button. Then we will set X and set scroll Y to 10, 10. And boom, we go in, press E, and it doesn't work. Oh wait, okay, because this says this is touching mouse pointer. It's supposed to be touching player. My bad. Boom, and we are inside of the lab. And I'm actually gonna move the player down here and go like, and do, okay, so actually let's go ahead and move this entire thing, this entire piece of code over to the player, because this is going to be much easier to reposition the player here, and add a when green flag clicked forever. Here, let me move this out of the way. We can actually do if touching main house wall and key E pressed, and then we'll make him go down here. Boom. So we have our house, we can't touch it, press E, boom, we end up down here. This will meet like Professor Oak or something. And okay, here is another bug. We can just scroll down. That makes absolutely no sense, right? And then we just all bug out. So let's go ahead and do over here, inside of this entire thing, we're gonna add another if, like outside of this entire thing. And then we're gonna add a not, and then add an equals, and then add a background number name, and then 10 10. So only if the background name is not 10 10, this will run. So now, boom, we can't clip past the edge or whatever. And yeah, so right now we're just stuck in here, but that is for another video. But so yeah, guys, that is pretty much it for this video. We did a ton of stuff today. We added a barrier, these corner barriers as well, for all of the sides. Then we also made our roof for our house that we can't go past, but we can go past, we can touch the walls, we can press E, go inside, and not clip through. So yeah, guys, that is pretty much it for this video. If you did enjoy, be sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. But until then, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.